Hello, this is Thomas, K4SWL. If you're new here, I like to do real-time, real-life amateur radio field activation videos. And today I'm at Jordan Lake Educational State Forest. And I've never been here before. This is a new to me POTA site. And I'm really excited to do a POTA activation here. As you might imagine, I'm a big fan. In North Carolina, we have these educational state forests, which are really set up to be educational. So they cater to school kids and classes, that sort of thing. And you've seen me, if you've been following along for very long, you'll know I'm a huge fan of Tuttle Educational State Forest. And I've been to Holmes Educational State Forest, Rendezvous Island, Mountain Island, and possibly some others. I can't even remember now. And I just love these. I love these places. They're great. And look at these. I think these are longleaf pines. I'm hoping I can put a little line in one of these trees here. This is my first time here, so I'm unfamiliar with the setting. These are not tall trees, but I think I'll still be able to put a line up in one of them. I want to show you something real quick that I noticed on the way in that I think is really cool. And that is over here. By the way, thank you so much to my Patreon and Coffee Fund supporters. I don't have ads on my channel, so I don't monetize YouTube that way. I kind of rely on Patreon and Coffee Fund supporters. And thank you. Thank you for the support. Also, if you are kind of new here, these videos are real-time, real life. I do put, so I don't edit them, but I do put chapters in the timeline. So if you hover your mouse over the timeline in YouTube, you'll find that, which is really great. Also, be sure to check out QRP.com. I'll have a link in the description below and a comment as well with the link to the full field report for this activation, which has more photos and other things in it. But here's the cool thing, is they have a North Carolina Forest Service decommissioned helicopter here. I think it's awesome. I haven't seen this at a site before, but I love it. Isn't it cool? I've always really loved Forest Service, aircraft, firefighting aircraft, all that stuff. And this is really wonderful. It's kind of fun to look in here, but yeah. Now I can't stay here too long, actually. Isn't this amazing? It is about 4:20 in the afternoon locally. This site closes at 6. I'll need to be out before then though, because I'm heading back, I say to home, but it's actually an Airbnb that my wife and I have rented for the weekend to spend the weekend here with our daughters during Labor Day weekend. And so that's kind of fun. And this site's only about 20 minutes from where we rented. And yeah, I'm gonna get back and we're gonna catch up on some Star Trek tonight. We always have Star Trek night together as a family, but since they've been at school, it hasn't really happened because they've been away. Now, another thing is, so I'm not wearing my wireless mic. When I walk away from the camera, you're not going to hear me talk, but I have done something to hurt my back a little bit. And so deploying the antenna is going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting because I've got to watch it a bit. I can't do the hop that everybody tells me I do. I've had so many people tell me that at Hamvention and stuff. They're like, oh yeah, you always do the hop, and that's what helps you. I think you get used to stuff. Sort of like when I did bowling, right? You kind of have a way you do things. And that's what I've done. Okay, here we go. Let's see. So I'm going to find the taller one of these, which is this one right here. And I'm going to try to tuck this away. Not that it matters too much. In all the educational state forests I've ever been in, they do not mind lines and trees. No, you know what? I may use this one right here. Well, if I can get access to it. Let's see. Can I throw one up here and the line come down into place where I can grab it? It'll be hard. I don't know that I can do that, actually. You know, maybe I'll go to this one over here, though. See, what you look for, see, this is like a line of trees here, and it's hard to see in a video. It's 2D, right? You can't see this, but what you look for is when you have a line of trees coming right up against the area where you want to deploy, you really need to do it in such a way that the when you throw the line, that you know the end of the line, the weight and everything's going to land in a spot where you can grab it. And that when you throw it up in a tree, that you're going to snag something up there that'll be hefty enough to hold the weight. Now, I'm going to go for something over here. Let's just go for it. There we go. Set up this. Again, you won't hear me talk when I do this because I don't have my wireless mic connected up right now. I just didn't bother with it on this trip. I probably should have, but I didn't. So here we go. I'm going to use this throw weight and this line, and we'll see what we can get done here. The hop helps me. Okay, let's try it again. That did work about as perfectly as I could have asked. I think those branches are going to be enough to support this antenna because the antenna wire is really light. Let's grab it. Okay, now this is an antenna. Let me explain something. I have not been on an activation in probably a month. If it's not a month, it's 3.5 weeks or something. I haven't counted. Probably a month. And the reason why is we've just had a lot of family stuff. It's been the busiest time of my life, without a doubt. Plus, I just spent nearly a week in the Boston area for Ham Exposition. Well, a really, really long weekend. And but when you include all the traveling and the preparation, it took up, I had to set aside a week for it. And I'm so looking forward to doing an activation. I have been missing it so badly, but we've just been so busy that it's sad I haven't been able to do it. Now, let me see what kind of antenna I'm going to deploy today. I haven't even looked to see what I brought with me. I know this is my radio. Sorry, camera. I'm not a professional YouTuber, okay? I just play one on YouTube. Okay. I'll need this a little bit later too. Might as well get that out. Let's see what I brought with me in terms of an antenna. This is what I was looking for. Now this bag's still configured like it was when I was in Canada because I haven't really done, I've done like maybe 2 or 3 activations since I've been in Canada. And this little antenna from Radio Prep, I think is the name of the company, either Radio or Ham Prep. I'll have a link to it below. I have been doing the Lazy's Man's trimming on this antenna since I was in Canada. And by that I mean, I'm slowly trimming it each time I go out to do an activation. I'm going to need my glasses here. You'll note, I'm sorry, I am kind of just moving awkwardly today with my back. I've been doing a lot of work around the house, and somehow, somewhere along the line, I just made my back sore. And I'm dealing with the consequences now. But it didn't stop me from coming out and doing an activation. It's one of those days, though, that I probably should have, if I'd have packed my MC750 or a vertical, a portable vertical. So here it is. That's how much I've cut off of it. I'm going to probably add about, so here's where I am right now. I'm going to take it back, fold it back on itself about that much more. And we'll see how that does with the SWR. Okay, let's get back to it. I'm probably going to end up moving to this table right here. You know what? Jordan Lake today, Jordan Lake Recreational Area, will be crazy, crazy busy. And I was expecting it to be busy here too. But educational state forests are not as busy as some of the bigger recreational areas. This is kind of out and away from everything. And I tell you what, this is an awesome site. Now, I'm just hoping there's no QRM here I don't know about. I looked around, there's no power lines through here, which is really nice. There's nothing like that's in the way. Okay, now what I'll do is probably just let this antenna fall off of the winder here and just kind of, this is a 40 meter in-fed half wave. I've used it now, this, like I said, I think the third time I've used it, something like that. I think it's the third time. Now what I got to be careful of is not pulling the line so hard when I deploy this that it wants to fall off of the tree limb, because those pines, it's not in anything very substantial. These are not big branches, but it should be enough that it'll hold up this little guy. There we go. These are really, really nice. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and get my feed line to put on here. Okay, let's set this down. This way I'll be able to tell how far away it is. So this feed line has an inline choke, and we're going to put that on the radio end, right? So I'll move it up here, throw it over this table. Now, if this were a busy day, I would not be deploying the antenna this way because it's going to be in the way of people if they come over here. So I've got to watch out for it. But that shouldn't be a problem. Oh, hey, mosquito. We're going to have a lot of mosquitoes around here, aren't we? Okay. Not surprising where this is. So I'll have to kind of watch mosquitoes or I'll get bitten to pieces today probably. No, it's nothing like some of the places I've been before. Let's grab this throw weight, throw it over here. We may need that. And now I'm just going to pull up the antenna. Boy, it literally went through the very top of that tree. I've got to make sure that if that thing falls, you can't see, but like if that thing falls, I need it to fall into a branch that's right below it. So here we go. I'm going to start pulling this, and it's very lightweight, but by the time the knot goes through the top of that tree, yeah, it did it. Okay, well, that's okay. It went through a good branch at the very top. I'm good now, so I don't have to worry. There we go. And I just took the end of the 40 meter through it, and we're starting to pull up on the line now. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Yeah. Here we go. So what I can do, there's the end of the line right here. It's going to be basically an inverted V. So what I'm going to do is put the weight through here like this, just tie it off. And this weight will be heavy enough to hold the line where I want it, which is basically like right here. And that should do the trick. That should do the trick. I haven't seen any park staff here, so unfortunately I haven't been able to talk to anybody. I would have asked for permission. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. But I've never had an issue at an educational state forest. I hope I don't today. It's never really been a problem. Here we go. Nice. So I'm going to move to this table. Take this hat off. Whew. Oh, this is like a brand new shelter too. It's wonderful. And I know it's not reserved today because there's no reservation sign on it, but on top of that, it's so late in the day that nobody would reserve it right now. So we're good to go. Okay, back. Okay, back. Bear with me here. There we go. Okay, that's where I want it. I may run it through one of these boards here. That's good. That'll take a little bit of the strain off of it. And now my radio, I'm so excited to use. It's a radio I've used before, but it's one I love. And I haven't taken it out in a little while. Since I think Hamvention, maybe, I can't remember. That is my Elecraft K1. I love this radio. And you'll notice something new about my K1 if you've watched my previous videos. I think in one of my very first videos I mentioned that I didn't have... Let me rearrange myself here a little bit. I mentioned that I didn't have a bail for this radio. And one of my friends in Canada contacted me before Hamvention and said, I have a friend who has the bail but doesn't have the radio. And I said, I would love to buy that from him. And okay, sorry about that. My card was full. For some reason I thought I had deleted all the files off my card, but there was still some files there, so my card was full. So let me get back to this. So anyway, a friend from Canada brought it down. Mike brought it down to me, and yeah, I'm super pleased. I love this. Is actually the Elecraft bail for the K1, and it just makes it a lot easier and nicer to play on a tabletop. So I'm very grateful. And I'm just using my KXBT2 battery, I think, on the back of this. There's actually a little internal battery pack on this radio as well, but I'm not really using that this time. For a key, I'm going to use my Bengali Traveler, which I have not used in a while. It's got some new finger pieces on it. I haven't adjusted them since I stuck the finger pieces on, but it should be okay the way it is. I'm not going to spend time adjusting it here in the field if I don't have to. Let's see, what else do I need here? I'm going to use this little pad to do my logging. And grab a key cord. There we go. Whoops. I can hardly see in my bag. Okay, let's find my logging pencil. And what else do I need? I think that's it, really. My logging pencil out, and we should be good to go. Okay. And hopefully the bands will be alive enough that I can get something done. That is the key position there. I love the K1 though, and you're going to hear me gush about it here, I'm sure, because I do love this radio. And we'll get everything together. Here we go. It's always kind of weird and fiddly when I'm trying to set up a shot here because there's usually not a lot of room, and I need the hand to be available to log, and I want you to be able to see the log as a log. But I need to have it convenient enough that I can key. And so we'll go with this setup here right now. And now the first thing I can do is turn on the radio. And I gotta remember what the park number is here. Ooh, that sounds good. Any noise on the bands are good. Let's see. 4857. So Jordan Lake Educational State Forest, US 4857. Today is Saturday the 30th. So it's the 30th of August 2025. We may start on the 20 meter band since we're here already. and 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 hours. And hopefully I can get a contact so I don't have to change that. And let me try to go to the menu and go to the ATU. ATU. Out. Okay, now turn the ATU off right now. So, oh, how do I read SWR on here? I'll make sure I'm doing it properly. You know what, just to be careful, I realize I need to check this later. I don't have what I need with me right now. I do not want to run at high SWR and not realize it, because I can't remember on the K1. So we'll move that. There we go, we'll put it on tune. And did that do it? Tune, yes. These buttons are acting a little funky too. Oh, just listen to that audio. It's gorgeous. That audio is gorgeous. Is there anybody here? Let's see if this is right. I think it's KC0. I heard a CQ there. Probably shouldn't have moved. Okay, I'll wait and come back to him a little bit later. I'm gonna move. I'm 500 hertz away at QRP, so it shouldn't be a problem. I'll come back to you. This is one thing about writing the rain paper, is it does not want to erase. This is ideal. I love it. Beautiful day. Sweet radio. Almost no cell phone signal to check my spots. Okay, so we got that. That's all right. I can live with that. I can live with that. Well, I'll take a few shots here. Somebody from Iowa next door. Almost sent a V. It's been over a month since I've been in Canada. But I want to... Oh, there we go. Good to get you in here, buddy. This is about the strongest I've heard him. So the trick is not to send VY2SW, and for whatever reason, after this trip to Canada, I'm struggling. In the last 3 activations I've done, 2 or 3, I keep wanting to send a V. Okay, I missed part of that. Another Florida. Let me see. I missed that again. KC0. No. I better stick where I am. People are going to be listening for me and going da-da-da-da-da-da. You're like, where'd Thomas go? He was just there. I'm going to work you, though. Just wait. Nice little quiet spell comes. I'm going to pull down there 500 kilohertz, or 500 hertz and work you. Oh, you know what? I never actually did my ATU after all this. How do I do that? I have to remember how to do that on here. Oh, that's it. Okay, 1 to 1. There we go. 5. Okay. I can go in here to the meter settings and probably make this show the SWR instead of the TX output. And that's probably what I'll do here in just a moment. Okay, let's go ahead and work him. Gotcha, buddy. Okay. I'm actually a kilohertz away from him. He's got such a strong signal. The audio from this radio is wonderful, just wonderful. Really low noise floor. Excellent QSK. I mean, you can't even really hear the difference between when it's keying. You can't even hardly hear that the receiver's been turned off. As strong as some of these signals are, I think that the bands must be a little wonky today because, well, I heard how this one station, was it this station that just faded into oblivion for a little bit? Faded way down. That's okay. I got a good bit of time, and I've been wanting to play radio, so it can take a while, and I'm fine with that. I love these new finger pieces. Thank you, Bruna. I picked these up at Hamvention probably 2 years ago, and never installed them. And then someone told me, you've got to be careful how you do it, that something doesn't fall out of it. And I thought, you know what, I'll just take it with me to Hamvention this time and see if they can just replace it out. And not Bruna, but one of the people working there at the Begalia booth said, oh yeah, here, let me just do that real quick. And then after I saw how they did it, it was really not a big deal. It's just I couldn't find a video or directions for doing it. I have a hunch I'm not being spotted. Let me look and see. Maybe I am. Maybe it's just I've got really bad. So I'm going to log in somehow. I need to be keying more often because it'll help me with my muscle memory to not do the VY2SW. I don't know why I've been having such a hard time this particular time. Is that somebody? No. Let me do this. I'm going to send my buddies a message. Let's see. Is that? Oh, nice. Park to park. Okay. 57.5 US, 48.57. Nice. This is really good. I'm trying to get this to load. I don't know if it will load on... It is a little warmer today. So this morning, though, the weather was beautiful. It was kind of, kind of cool for this area. Of course, it's a lot cooler up in the mountains, but... Great signal from... $529. I'll take that from OE3. Oh, good. Wait a minute, I've moved off frequency here. Oops. Let's do this while I'm trying to get myself together here. So, yeah, I heard that station. Does it sound like an HB station? I couldn't quite. But I knocked the encoder with my knuckle, which I knew was going to happen at some point. My buddy Eric told me I've been spotted now. Well, it doesn't get any better than this. I'm sorry, but this is just so pleasant. I have been needing some radiotherapy like you just wouldn't believe. It's been a crazy time. It's also been a bit stressful. We've had a lot of things going on in the family. Unfortunately, I lost my father-in-law a little over 2 weeks ago. At the same time, we were moving both of our daughters off to college, so we became empty nesters at the same time, and I had all this travel, and it's just been a lot to keep up with, if I'm being honest, and I've been missing my POTA therapy. Something about coming out here and doing CW. CW has this calming effect on me. It's just another state of mind that I love. I'm tempted to move up to 17 meters to see if I get anybody. Okay, I don't know which one is. Ah. Five, 5, 9. Where'd you go? Gotcha. Ooh. Oh, I moved again. And I keep hitting the encoder with my knuckle. There we go. There is no lock on this, by the way. The encoder on the K1 is analog, basically, with a digital display. So if you move to a different band and come back after you've tuned on the other band, it's not going to be in the same place when you leave. It's not like that. It's actually an analog encoder, and I think it's like 7 turns or something on it, either way, so... I've got to really listen, because there have been all these really weak EU what is going on? I'm trying to just do the last part. Nothing. I may move up to the 17 meter band, though. The conditions here are not great. They're good enough to get DX, but they're not stable. I've got to work on my buttons on this. I noticed that they'll double press sometimes, and it did that just now, so it... Was that right? That was so strong, I forgot to send him GA. Good afternoon, by the way. Okay, so we're going to move down to the 40 meter band. Oh, I have 21 meters on here. I will have to play with this. I will have to play with this. I'll do 21 first. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Now, it's unlikely that I'm going to work a lot of stations on 15 meters. But you can't blame a guy for trying, right? Okay, so let's see, I'll put 15 meters on here. And then I can log one more station if I get it. I'm not holding out my hopes here, but... This is really wonderful. What I've been doing, because I haven't had time to go out and play radio as much, is, try to read and read things that are just kind of fun and relaxing. But it's just been difficult. This has been, sometimes you go through difficult periods in your life where you just have a lot of things going on at the same time, and a lot of them are stressful. And it's literally been so that I haven't trying to listen. Whoops, I need to move this away so it's not making. I just haven't wanted to go out and do POTA because the timing's been really awkward, and I'm listening very, very carefully, by the way. The timing's been kind of awkward, and this worked out beautifully today. And I should have a lot more time coming up here soon. I plan to do a lot more activations, but... Oh my gosh, that's so low. Okay. Okay, I'm at 21. Good to get you, buddy. Here's a little opening to Europe for sure. Ooh, I'm really low too, there on his end. See, this is the thing. This sounds like really amazing when you work a few European stations, but back in the day in the solar cycle like we are right now, this would have been pretty commonplace. I mean, trust me, I rejoice every time I do a little QRP DX, but this keeps working its way up the word per minute word per minute. Yeah, what it is word per minute and the message memory are the same button, and it's somehow like double clicking that when I click it once. I've got time yet, so I'm going to sit here and play this, though I'm probably running out of room on my SD card. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm running out of room on my SD card, so what I'm going to do is say, first of all, thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. So if this cuts off unexpectedly, I've said thank you. One of the things I got to do, thanks for joining me. One of the things I got to do at Ham Expo was a keynote. Sorry, I'm listening. Was a keynote address. They invited me up there to do that, and I really enjoyed it. And I got to talk about one of my favorite things, and that is being kind. Sorry. Being kind is one of the things that bonds us as amateur radio operators. Our community relies on that. And I think it's the reason why we've been such a strong community since the very earliest days of wireless. Right? Amateur radio operators have been a very tightly networked, communicative, global community. And the fuel for that has been kindness, has been empathy for knowing what it's like to be on the other side of the air or just in someone else's shoes, right? Recognizing when someone might need a little help, when someone wants you to slow down your CW, whatever it is, that is a keystone of amateur radio. Kindness, empathy, and also just being present, right? So thank you for doing your part. Thank you for being kind. Thank you for understanding what it's like to be in someone else's shoes. Thank you for doing that. By doing that, you're building a stronger community for us from here and beyond in the future. Now let's see if this will actually go. But also, again, check out my field report on QRPer.com because I love making those field reports, and they're I put more time into the field report than I do the video, like way more time. Probably 4 or 5 hours of just making my field report. Okay, I think 15 meters may have fallen off the edge. But at least I got DL8 GAM before them, and K5 DEZ, and KI5 TMS, and I thought I heard another station there ending in EAR. But it's crazy weeks. Okay. So I sent QSY to 40 meters. Now before I start, I'm going to look back through this menu real quick and just see if I can tell, because again, I'm not used to this menu as much. Come on, there we go. Noise blanker, signal, that's probably not it, is it? Probably not it. It's not calibrate, not B1, not filter 1, not LED. Is it LED? on. Oh, that's to turn on the backlighting, I think, maybe. AGC, no. Iambic. Oh, I can't remember what that is. LMP. I can't remember what that is right now. Repeat time, T and R. That's probably not it, is it? Oh, that's just TR switching, and I want to keep that where it is. STP. Steps. Oh, no, side tone. Side tone level. Also, side tone frequency, side tone level. Out would not be at PFN. Nope. ATU. Noise blanker. Okay, so maybe you can't change that. Oh, wait. maybe I'm overthinking this. Am I overthinking this? I am overthinking this, am I not? There we go. That's the RX level. Battery. 11.5 volts. Normal. RX, battery, normal. Well, let's leave it on normal, okay. Let's go ahead and take out the ATU and just see what we're getting, at least on the signal out. So, doop, where was that? There, out, there. That did save it, didn't it? Yes, it did. Okay, good. Now let me see if I change this to, I'll go ahead and change it to tune, and then I do this, I'll have a better idea if, because I got four segments. Okay, so that is not quite. I still need to trim it a bit more because I got one more segment out of power out, which probably means that I've haven't quite trimmed it properly yet for 40 meters. I mean, and we'll put a little bit more work into this radio because I think these buttons just probably need to be replaced. They're just getting a little janky and not reliable. You'll notice when I'm hitting it's just not as confident. But this is probably a 23-year-old radio. I don't know. It's something like that. And but I love this thing so much. I owned a K1 back in probably like 2008 or 9. And I sold it to get, I think, a KX1, or I sold it for my KX2. I can't remember now. Okay, wait. Da-da-da. Okay, wait. I was going a little bit faster because I realized they're closing soon. I had worked that station because nobody else came back as W. Sorry, I'm trying to go a little quicker. I gotta pack up and get out of here, and there's a park ranger over there, so I need to go pretty soon. Is that right? Okay, wait. So I'm trying to go quickly. Okay, I can't do anymore. I'm running out. Let's just do a really quick count here, and then we'll pack up and head out. I'm surprised the video is still going, actually. I really thought I'd be out of space. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on 20 meters. I got, so 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15, so 3 on 15 meters. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So 12 more on 40 meters. That was a really good showing. 40 meters was very healthy, and I wish I had more time to stay here. I'm so sorry I don't. We're going to pack up now really quickly here. I don't want, there's a park ranger, a Forest Service person that's over here, and they're probably going to the end of the park so that they can tell people to leave pretty soon, and I want to be packing up when they come by. So I'm not holding them up. It's not, we've still got about 20 minutes before the park closes, but you know, it's like Labor Day weekend. It's a Saturday. They probably want to go home, and I do not want to be lingering around. It doesn't look good for activators to do that. We need to be out at least maybe 5 or 10 minutes before closing. So let's get this up here and see if I can make a little bit more room here. I can put everything up. Okay, let's see. Put this in here. This goes in here. Radio goes in here. Love this thing. I know you're probably like, Thomas, would you shut up about how much you love the radio? I gush over all my radios. I love all my babies, but the K1 has a special place in my heart. I just want to replace out these buttons, I think, underneath there. Just solder some new ones on or something. I just feel like those are probably just needing to be replaced. They still work, but they're just a little touchy. Like every time I try to do the message memory, sometimes it would also hit it it would give 2 inputs or 2 quick clicks where I was only doing 1. Put that like that. Leave this in here. Pen goes in here. There's just so much stuff packed in my pack right now. More than I need for this particular activation, of course. And I think another reason why, so I'm probably no, there's one other car here in the park. So I was going to say, I'm like one of the few people here in the park right now, and that's one of the other reasons why I like to show them that I'm leaving on time, so they stand a chance of even maybe getting out of here early. Okay, so what I'll do is let's go grab the rest of the feed line. Here we go. Grab the rest of the feed line. This up. Now I figure 8 this. It's 316, RG316, and it's robust. And this is ABR cable, so there's nothing wrong. Nothing's going to happen to this, right? It's really strong stuff. But over time, you know, it's better to probably roll this in a bigger. Like I should probably do it in a roll, but I just do it this way. I could do it in an over-under roll, and that'd work pretty well too, but I'm not too worried. This will last for quite a while. Now, what I have to do is go over here and grab the, I gotta untie the, or not untie it, untie the weight. There we go. Now we'll just put this up. This is such a neat little antenna. It really is. Here come the other people that are parked here. Oh, there's actually 2 other cars, not just me. Okay. 2 other cars besides me over here. And these people are coming back, and I think the 2 of them, I saw both of those cars come in at the same time, so they're probably coming down. This is like a silicone wire, so it's really supple. Get around this way. There we go. I can show you better. Not that this is exciting stuff, isn't it? Putting up antenna wire. I honestly, every time I say, I appreciate you joining me, I really mean it. The people that I talk to that appreciate this type of video, and let's be honest, it's not the bulk of YouTube. My videos are pretty much algorithm proof. You won't see my videos all of a sudden shoot to the top because I don't design them that way. I don't really want a popular YouTube channel, to be honest. I just kind of, you'll never hear me say like and subscribe, or extremely rarely. I think the last time I said like and subscribe was probably a year ago, and that was probably the first time I had done it ever. Someone told me, well, my daughter told me, you really need to say that. And it does remind people to do it, but I'm not looking for a ton of subscribers. I want the people to be here that want to be here. And I kind of think when they find my channel organically and they stick with it, that they actually like this type of video and like this type of content. And I'm good with that. I have nothing against people who want to have popular YouTube channels. In fact, some of those channels are really amazing and they deserve to be picked up by the algorithm and spotlighted, but that's just not my thing. My thing is really more QRPer.com. That's where I put my time. There we go. And there's our nice little compact antenna set up. Love this. So small, so compact. We got 15 minutes. Doing well. They'll like to see me being this far along. Let's go over and just put up the line now. This shouldn't take too long either. Excuse me. Like something got down my throat. Okay. Okay, back. You can do this. You can get back up. I feel like I'm getting really old when I'm having back problems, but I've had back problems ever since I was like in my teen years. I think I've had back problems, and I've got to really watch it. I try to do the right thing. I try to do stretches and stuff, but still sometimes it just surprises me, and usually strikes me like late at night one night, like before I go to bed. I'll be like, oh, my back's really sore. And then the next day it's really bad, and it takes it 2 or 3 days to overcome it, and I'll probably be better here pretty soon. I'll admit that I'm right now on some ibuprofen and acetaminophen. Oh, great. Okay, that got stuck between these boards that are here. I'm going to have to pull that out. Okay, here we go. Get your finger out of there. I'm going to have to move this because see how it did right here. It got stuck in this board. And that's not good. There we go. Now we're out of that. That can actually, those can get lodged in there pretty hard if you're not careful. This line, this 2mm line is wonderful, and I've got some other line. In fact, one of my supporters out in Washington State, really nice guy, he sent me some other type of Excel line that looks really cool, and it's 2mm like this, and I'm looking forward to experimenting with it. I need to buy a few more. That's the thing I need to do, is buy a few more throw weights. I need to go on Wesper's website or Amazon or something and buy some more throw weights. This one's a pretty heavy one for this line. It's 12 ounces. Really, I want like 10 ounces. That's really the magical number for this type of line, I think. But this has lasted me a really long time. There we go. Let's get back over here, and we should be good to go. Whew. Okay, I was able to get up. Anybody that's had back problems knows what I'm talking about, right? It's like the transitions that get you. I'm usually okay while I'm walking. Sometimes I'll like hit a step too hard or something, and I'll feel it, but this shouldn't last too long. I should be, like I said, back on my feet here in a couple more days or something. I need some water. There we go. Now that was fun. That was really amazing. Oh, I forgot to take a picture of my logs. I have to do that before I stop. Did I put it in here? I did. That's a really important part of what I do, is I take a picture of my logs so that I can remember it later. It's just a little easier for me to go back later when I'm doing my field report and everything and say, oh yeah, there's my... And when I'm entering it in the POTA system, since I don't log it on, you know, an app or anything. There we go. This is good. Worked some friends in that group too, which was really fun. I wish I could have gotten that EAR station. I have a hunch it was another European station, but it just completely faded out on me. I did not hear that prefix. And sometimes, you know, here's the irony. Sometimes I'll go back and I'll listen to my videos as I'm preparing them, and I think, oh, why didn't I hear that station? It was so easy to hear in the video. But something about doing the video and doing it when I'm not like in the moment, doing it live, that I hear things better. I guess maybe the pressure's off or something. But I'm pretty relaxed when I'm doing CW, even when it's a pileup. It doesn't, I find it really fun. But sometimes just that different, you know, I don't know what you call it, like method of listening when it's not live and you're just listening to it on a video. Maybe it's even the microphone and how it picks up things, but it can be a little easier. This is really nice out here. I'm going to take a picture of this. It's almost like golden hour here, I think, but I do love my educational state forests. They are the best. They really are the best. So I'll stop here because I see somebody over at the car over there. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being a kind person on this planet. We are better off because you are here. Until next time, take care. Hope you get to play a little radio in the near future. And 7-2s.